So I just bought even more Luna, and I'm going to explain why I did that and why I think Luna may actually have a lot of potential right now. I'm also going to update you guys on my position over on Bybit on Bitcoin and do some analysis on Bitcoin as well. So you're going to want to watch this video all the way until the end. And with that being said, let's get into it. All right, so that's right. I just bought more Luna, and if you are familiar with the channel, you probably can already spot why I did this, but I just want to give a brief summary of this Luna trade, okay? Just to make it very, very, very clear, this Luna trade is almost a complete gamble, very risky, and I only went in with small size right in here. And yes, we did pretty much buy the exact bottom. If you have been following the channel for the past couple of days, then you were probably lucky enough to see this level hold, and maybe you even bought some as well in that area, okay? Now the reason for us buying in this general area is because of this Gartley pattern you see right in here, as explained in the previous videos. We have X, A, B, C, and D, which pretty much make up this entire pattern, and all it really is, to make it simple, is an area where a bunch of Fibonacci numbers come together when you have this sort of M formation in the charts, okay, which is marked out by this zone here. All right, so that's why we were buying at this D point right here at roughly 0.00013. That is exactly where I bought my first bunch of Luna. And if you were lucky enough to buy in there just like I was, you were at one point up around 88%. So shout out to all the haters that said that this trade would never work and that they were going to do the exact opposite of me. Well, I hope that worked out for you. And I do agree, actually, that Luna probably will go lower in the long term, but in the short term, I've been saying for a long time that we can still take advantage of this volatility, and that's exactly what we're doing. I'm currently sitting up roughly around 50% on my Luna position, and I have just added more. Now, why have I added more? Well, it's pretty simple. If you can see from right over here, you can see that we ended up having this large spike higher. We actually saw a lot of volume come in, which you can't see just yet. There you go. You can see that there is actually a bunch of volume coming in with this large spike. Okay, that is very good to see. That is very bullish. And then we started to tighten up. Okay, we had this move higher and we started to begin to consolidate into a tight range, kind of forming this little downtrend consolidation pattern. And you can see just recently, we started to break out of this little consolidation. Now, this is a very high risk reward trade because my stop loss, I'll pretty much be looking to get out at least of that second position if we begin trading back into this range. Okay, I'm looking for a very quick move higher here because that is how Luna should be acting, especially with all of the volatility. It should not be breaking out and stalling or going back into the range. If we're going to see a effective breakout on Luna, it is going to happen within the next couple of hours here. Okay, so we should be able to see a large move soon. If we don't get that large move, I'm not going to completely get out of my position, but I'm just going to get out of that second position, okay? And so I've pretty much doubled my position in here, and my stop loss is very small. So it's worth the risk because obviously I'll have double the size if we do end up going up from here. And then if we get stopped out, well, then I'm just going to have, a little bit less Luna. So I'm looking for a quick breakout from this area here, probably an ABCD pattern to the upside. An ABCD pattern is simply just projecting the previous move that we saw to the most recent low, which would be right here. And that gives us a target of roughly 0.00028, or from current price, another 40% higher. And from my position at least, that is going to be a total return of 116%. And who knows, maybe some volatility will come back into this market and we'll see a potential retest of these highs, which gives us potentially from these lows down here, if I can get it, about 300% return. Okay, so definitely shooting for some high flying returns, but also, of course, this comes with a lot of risk because Luna can go down 50% like nothing. All right, now to give you guys a quick update on my short position on Bitcoin over on Bybit. If you guys want to use this brokerage, you can see I'm up roughly 115%, and it's not even that large of a move. The reason for this is because I'm using 5 times leverage on this position. So if you yourself want to trade with leverage, although it is very risky and you should only do it if you properly understand both trading and trading with leverage, okay, Bybit is the broker to go, in my opinion. And when you use my link in the description down below, you'll get up to $3,000 in sign-up bonuses, and there is no KYC verification process, so you can literally sign up like that and begin trading with however much leverage you please. Again, be very careful. But yeah, you can see I'm up 115% on the short position, shorting right on this channel break kind of area over here. You can see we're still maintaining below these moving averages, right? We're not above the 10 or 20-day moving average. In fact, we're still struggling to get above the 10-day moving average, which does mean that we are slightly, bearish in this general area. As long as we are trading below these moving averages, there is a lot of momentum to the downside, and that is something that we have to be wary of, okay? So if I know that there's a lot of momentum to the downside right now, I'm not really looking to get out of my short position. I'm going to try to ride it a little bit lower down to maybe $23,000 a coin, as mentioned in my other videos. So make sure you're smashing that subscribe button and liking the video, because I am always going to keep you guys updated with the latest price action on whether it's Bitcoin or Luna or whatever everybody is talking about. I will always keep you in the loop. And speaking of Bitcoin's price action, we're now over back on TradingView, not Bybit. Okay, we can see that we actually have this little bit of a rising channel. We marked this out in the previous video, and surprisingly, we actually held the bottom range of this channel here. You can see we were, in the last video, we were trading roughly around here. We now saw a little bit of a bounce, and interestingly enough, we're also seeing the breakdown of these moving averages, okay? The 10, 20, and 50 moving averages on this 4-hour time frame. You can see that we're actually beginning to see them stall out, and that is actually a bullish sign. If we can get a nice pump from here out of this daily level of support, right? We're sitting at that daily level of support. If we can see a move higher from here back above these moving averages, then that might entail a possible short-term bottom for Bitcoin. Now, you guys know my opinion is that I don't think we're at an exact bottom just yet. I think there's just a little bit more pain to come. I do think we're gonna have to retest these lows down in here, especially after this long wick, okay? We might have to come down and fill in that wick. And that is why I think we might need to go down to $23,000 a coin first. But who knows? The price action can change on a whim. Maybe some good news comes out. And so I'm looking for a break above $32,000 a coin, break out of this channel. Obviously, if we begin to break down below this channel, then I do fully expect another kind of capitulation down to, you know, the low 20,000s, okay, and just in this general area. All right, so that is pretty much what I'm looking for. If we can break above this area, then we will probably begin to kind of get out of that short position and start looking for maybe some longs in this level of support. And if we break down, then obviously we're just going to keep holding that short position down to roughly around $23,000 a coin, hopefully, and then look to be buying there, because on the monthly time frame, you guys know, we have that massive 50-month moving average in yellow here, which historically speaking has always held its ground in the past, right? So that is a very good place to be buying Bitcoin historically, and that is roughly around $20,000-ish coin. All right, so $23,000 to $20,000 a coin. I'm going heavy on Bitcoin. Until then, I'm going to stay short, and of course, I'm going to keep you guys updated on Luna as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. Smash the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.